Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother.
Listen, obviously, I love the internet. The internet is what's given me this job. It allows me to talk to you on YouTube, and it also, most of the time, frustrates me to no end. And I think one of the absolute worst things about the internet at the moment is the fact that many people think that posts on social media will fix all the problems of the world. Now, you have seen the situation going on at the moment in Ukraine with Russia, and it is absolutely awful. And because of that, obviously, people on social media are trying to fix that, solve this issue with their posts. Yeah, that's what's happening. Now, I'm going to be talking about one post in particular, and this is where a woman wrote a poem to Putin in order to fix the issues in Ukraine. Oh, and there's a lot to go over with that poem as well. And we are gonna watch it together because I had to watch it. So now you have to watch it. And if you've already watched it, then you have to watch it again because I have to watch it again. Before we get into that though, as always, please subscribe and turn on all notifications. And also, I just want to say, and it does feel weird to say this in this kind of a video, but I've been saying it in every video I've been doing this week, so I want to keep up with that. Today is Friday, and on Friday at 8 p.m. Irish time, which is 3 p.m. EST and 12 p.m. PST, I'm going to be streaming Elden Ring on Twitch. Yesterday's stream was really fun. I had so many people in there and we all just had a really great time, and we actually completed a level 5 hype train, which was the first ever hype train on my Twitch channel, so that was really exciting. So I hope you guys can be there today. As this video actually goes out, I should already be streaming, so if you're watching this video as it comes out or within the first few hours of it coming out, I should be streaming. So link for that is in the description, or you can just search VangelinaSkov on Twitch. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about this poem, shall we? But actually, we're not going to talk about it first. First, we're going to watch it to make sure that we're all on the same page. Oh yeah, we're going to watch this together. We're going to watch it together. I'm so sorry.
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother.
Yep, that's where this is going.
If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would this story's plight, the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under a night sky. If I was your mother, the world would have been warm. So much laughter and joy, and nothing would harm. I can't imagine the stain, the soul-stealing pain that the little boy you must have seen and believed, and the formulation of thought quickly taught that you lived in a cruel, unjust world.
I was planning to keep pausing this and talking and actually say things as part of my reaction, but even watching this for the 500th time, I'm still in shock of everything that is coming out of this woman's mouth. So let's just continue, and I will try not to crawl under the desk just to hide from my own phone.
Is this why you now decide no one will get the best of you? Is this why
because he
you
didn't like
do
his
not
mother?
hide nor away shy from taking back the world? Was it because so early in life all that strife racked your little body with fear? If I was your mother, if the world was cold, I'd have died to make you warm. I'd have died to protect you from the unjust, the violence, the terror, the uncertainty. I would have died to give you life. Oh, dear Mr. President Putin.
I can't. I shouldn't be laughing. I shouldn't have to be laughing at this. This is a serious issue. But this woman is here going, oh dear Mr. President Putin, I can't cope. Laughter is the only way that I can cope with this.
If only I'd been your mother. Perhaps the torture of unwrit youth would not within your heart imbue ascription to such fealty against that world that you thought was so cruel. Perhaps you would hold dear human life, and on this night, instead of Mother Russia, you would call me, and I would set your mind quite free with the love that only a mother can give, and only a mother can take away. When holds she doesn't the harm at bay, and leaves her boy for the promise of a man. Whatever your story, Mr. President Putin, I can't imagine how it feels in your heart, but I know if I was your mother, that would be a start towards the awareness of what a powerful being of light you could be if your mind was only free from the violence you've seen when you were just 2 or 3. I cannot believe I was born too late, in a different place, when I would have loved you so, watched you play wherever you go.
Okay, and that's where the Twitter video ends, so that's where I'm gonna end it, because otherwise I just will not ever be able to feel joy in my life ever again. So, many things to say about this, many things to say. First of all, towards the end there, she just admits that she doesn't know what the story of his upbringing is, because she speculates a little bit and then goes, whatever your story is, wish I'd been your mother. Okay. Where do we start? Where do we start with this? There's so many things to say. First of all, let's talk about the obvious part. The fact that it sounds like she's essentially blaming his mother, the woman in his life, for who he is today. You're blaming the woman in his life for him attacking Ukraine. I want to leave. I want to leave. The door is right here. I could just leave. God. Now, I don't know if AnnaLynne considers herself a feminist or not, but either way, this is a very, very unfeminist stance to take. And also, can we please not excuse the actions of terrible people because of what, like, their parents may or may not have done, except for the fact that, like, she says she doesn't know about his upbringing. So I did a little bit of research, and it turns out, from secondhand statements and things, apparently Putin's mother was a lovely lady. Everybody called her kind. She worked at a factory. Even Putin has said nice things about her. So apparently she's lovely. So I don't know what this means. And I've seen people saying that she's actually talking about Mother Russia and not his actual mother, because she does say Mother Russia at some point. So in that case, is she saying if he'd been American? Is that the conclusion? If America was his mother? Because bad people come out of America too. I don't understand the conclusion that this woman is making. And what I understand far less is the reasons behind her posting this, because she could just be trolling. She could be. And part of me wants to believe that she is, but I don't think that she is, because she is a Hollywood actress, and they tend to be on a different frequency to the rest of us, and not in like a good way. So then, to figure out why this happened, why we were all subjected to this, let's assume that she's not trolling, okay? Let's assume that this was not trolling, this was sincere. So then why, AnnaLynne, did you post this video? Was it so that Putin would see this and realize the error of his ways and just stop attacking Ukraine? Hardly. I find it impossible that there's any way that this woman could think that that is what would happen because of her Twitter poem. So that then leaves us with some other options. Maybe, AnnaLynne, you, like many other people in Hollywood, you have an inflated ego and a severe savior complex, which leads you to do preachy and over the top and honestly just really cringe performative activism. Or perhaps you were desperate for attention and you thought that capitalizing on the attack in Ukraine was the best way to get that attention. Or maybe, and here is where we dive much deeper into speculation, and honestly, even I don't know about this theory, but perhaps you want to release a poetry book, albeit a couple years too late to keep up with the trend of celebrities and influencers doing poetry books, but you want to do one anyway. And you thought the best way for you to promote your poetry and to get people excited for your poetry release would be to write a poem about you being Putin's mother, and then once again capitalize on Ukraine being attacked in order to promote it. Or maybe you had good intentions, I don't know. According to her Twitter bio, she considers herself an activist. But I mean, apparently so does everybody on social media these days. Being perfectly honest though, as obnoxious and tone deaf as this whole thing is, it's not even the worst example that I've seen on social media of people trying to solve the world's problems with their posts. As one example, astrology Twitter. Listen, I would consider myself an astrology hoe, but astrology Twitter, if you could just stay out of this one, that would be fantastic. I do not want to see another post about how Putin's star chart explains why he's doing this. Like, honestly, I don't even want to give these tweets screen time. What I want to say about all of this is that sometimes it's okay to shut up. You don't need to make posts like this. There's absolutely no reason that you should be making posts like this. It's not helpful in any way. Please just stop with the performative activism. You're not helping anybody, and you're actually drowning out useful resources that people are putting up online. The other thing that I am going to say is to anybody who might be watching this video who is Ukrainian, who is in Ukraine, or has family or friends or loved ones at all in Ukraine, there's not really much that I can say that's of any use, because for me to say that I'm hoping everything turns out okay, that I'm praying for you, but I don't pray, so that's not even right. For me to say anything is not helpful, but just know that I am still gonna say that I'm hoping for only the best possible outcomes, and I'm so sorry. To any Russians watching this video, I know that the majority of you do not agree with Putin's actions, and he does not reflect you. To everybody else watching this video, I would just say, first of all, please don't post stuff like this, please. Secondly, one of the most important things that I think you can do right now, because there honestly isn't much we can do. This is a serious and major issue, but one of the best things that you can do right now is just to keep yourself informed on what's going on. Read the news, watch the news, and not just one source, read multiple sources so that you can get a kind of broader perspective of what is going on. There's also a Reddit mega thread of charities in the Ukraine that I will link in the description, so if you have the means to, then please donate to one of those funds. And also, I will say as well, I know we are essentially kind of poking fun at this whole post, but do not send any hate to anybody mentioned in this video. It is not helpful at all. I just think that the whole thing was ridiculous and just cringy and unnecessary, but that doesn't mean that we need to go harassing people, so let's not do that. Anyway, stay safe. I won't do my usual outro. You guys know the drill already. I hope you're having an okay day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.